Let's debate with Ajoy Kumar of the Congress, Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party, Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Rajiv Desai, and who leans to the Congress, and GVL Narasimha Rao. First question is to you, national spokesperson of the BJP. Any regrets, Mr. Rao? Didn't you see this coming? Now people will ask you, the Supreme Court of India is giving a notice to the governor who you are backing. He is an accused in the Vyapam scam. You are backing him, refusing to remove him. You could have acted on your own. You didn't. The Supreme Court has transferred the case to the CBI. There is every likelihood it would be a Supreme Court, monitored investigation. You knew the evidence. Supreme Court knows the evidence. You could have acted. The media told you that the murders were happening. You looked the other way. You brazened it out. You constantly said the media is bad. We are right. Media is bad. We are right. Media has got an agenda against us. Tonight, would you say the Supreme Court has an agenda against you? Mr. Rao, any regrets that you have tonight?
Why should I regret when the Honorable Supreme Court says in the court, in the order, that we appreciate the action of, we appreciate the stand taken by the Madhya Pradesh government in deciding to hand over the cases to the CBI. We have received the appreciation of the Supreme Court this morning.
You have handed over the case to the CBI?
Of the Supreme Court in
when did you hand over the case to the CBI?
We have received the appreciation of the Honorable High Court, Jabalpur High Court, every single time.
Rao sahab,
we believe. we have...
Mr. Narasimha Rao, I think you're not right and you were not present in the court.
Let me finish.
You had no choice.
This is the stand taken by the court. The court has appreciated our stand repeatedly.
Please don't make your
So we have everything to celebrate.
I think
we have everything to feel vindicated.
One second. Okay, gentlemen.
It would not be appropriate.
Gentlemen, a minute. Everyone doesn't speak over each other. 1 minute. One minute. Don't interrupt him. Let him complete his point. Ajoy Kumar, everybody will get their turn. Everybody will. It's an open debate. Now, I see your hand, Rajiv Desai. Mr. Narasimha Rao, you are thoroughly wrong. You have not handed over the case to the CBI.
I am right.
Sir, please. You, knowing that you have no choice.
The Supreme Court said this morning.
Okay,
you don't know what happened inside the Supreme Court.
I know.
You've not been reporting through the day. The entire media has not been reporting. It is the Supreme Court words. The Supreme Court has said, we appreciate the stand taken by the government of Madhya Pradesh. In deciding to hand over the case,
Mr. Rao,
transfer the cases to the CBI with effect from Monday. We feel vindicated.
Mr. Rao, watch. Before the others come in, I want to say something to Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, you can be in a world of your own, but the bottom line is this. You have no right to pass the case to the CBI. No, 1 second. Allow me to complete, Mr. Rao. You are on record as saying 48 hours back that if we hand over the case to the CBI, we'll be taken to jail, we'll be committing contempt of court. How can you say you handed over the case to the CBI? Mr. Rao, do not insult the highest court of this country by subverting for yourself their powers. The case has been handed over to the CBI by the Supreme Court, not by the BJP. Please don't misinterpret facts. And now on the other side tonight, we have the first counter.
Arnab, can I comment?
We have the first counter for you.
You didn't even have a reporter in the court, possibly.
Mr. Rao,
you don't know what the court had said. The court has appreciated the government, and we feel vindicated. Whatever the media says, it has no impact.
Mr. Rao,
you might run your negative campaigns, but the people of Madhya Pradesh have faith in Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Madhya Pradesh had repeatedly reposed faith in Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. The Supreme Court had reposed faith in STF and SIT. And even the governor's case
Mr. Rao,
referring to.
Mr. Rao,
even this governor's case.
Mr. Rao,
FIR.
Mr. Rao,
I think if you call us, please allow us to have a say.
Mr. Rao, Mr. Rao,
please allow us to speak.
Mr. Rao, it is 9:14 p.m. One second. I place on record today, after this show is over, I will send you a tape. Because now all BJP spokespersons are loudly complaining even to the BJP media cell that we don't give them an opportunity to speak. It is from the debate started at 9:08 till 9:14, first 6 minutes only you have spoken.
Allow me to complete.
Sir, no, sir, please. Sir, please, it is first 6
No, but
minutes.
you did, every time you interrupt. Please allow me to speak for a minute.
Mr. Rao.
And then you can go to whoever you want.
But Mr. Rao,
But
please understand, you are in power, but there are other people on the
and then
show.
Start all of you.
Mr.
All
Rao.
of you start a gang attack. I think this has to be a free and fair
Please,
discussion.
Mr. Rao.
With an equal opportunity to us.
Mr. Rao, now, first of all, I said the terms of this debate. I want to make a very clear point. It is unfair and factually incorrect for BJP spokespersons to complain they are not given a chance to speak. They take the most time. In fact, I would request the BJP spokesperson also to listen to the other side and respond to them, because the problem is very often that if you're speaking over others, you're not listening to them either. Now, have these 4 people spoken for the last 7 minutes? They haven't. Have you? You
can
have.
I just speak 2 sentences?
Now, problem is every time I want to have a handover to someone, the BJP spokesperson says, I have 2 more sentences to speak. Sir, will you let anyone else come into the debate? Please, I'm requesting you.
Yeah, can I speak 2 sentences?
Okay, I'm calculating. Yeah.
I think every panel, you look back your panel discussions, you have a Congress spokesperson on the panel, you have a Rahul Gandhi spokesperson on this panel, you have a Samajwadi Party which always sides with the Congress. Is that not unfair to us? How can you have a larger all the time you have 5 or 6 people speaking against us, and then you say we get
Mr. Rao, there are 5 people on the panel. So, to couple of things I'm making clear. Let's not obfuscate in time. Mr. Rajagopalan is a very well-known senior journalist who on several occasions has been supportive of the BJP and Mr. Narendra Modi. Will you take that? One second. This is one second. Mr. Please understand. I want to go to the subject right now. Stop.
You cannot.
Mr. Rao.
You have got
Mr. Rao.
Political parties.
Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao. The viewers.
You have a so-called analyst. He's actually a Rahul Gandhi propagandist. And you can't, this cannot be a fair debate.
So, Mr. Rao, okay, let's begin on a premise.
This is not what I was told when I came for this panel.
One minute. Let's not get into calling each other names. I go back to the subject. No calling each other names. No personal attacks. I now give the floor to the Congress spokesperson. Listen to each side and then respond. The BJP spokesperson says tonight, we should be congratulated because we handed over the case to the CBI. Ajoy Kumar, and everyone don't speak over each other, please. Ajoy Kumar.
You know, Arnab, I got to appreciate Mr. Rao because BJP went kicking and screaming and they were pushed into the Supreme Court. They refused to hand it over to CBI for so many years, gave every possible excuse. Even 48 hours before that, Mr. Rajnath Singh and Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan comes on national TV and says we can't give it. And now they're making the sin into a virtue. I mean, the thick skin of the BJP RSS combined on, on all corruption charges, starting with whether it's Lalit Gate, Sushma Gate, Vyapam, they just refuse. They keep telling the audience, so what, we are correct, so what, you show them any evidence. And the problem in Madhya Pradesh is the kind of murders which are happening, the state has actually become a criminal. Because this cannot happen without, total breakdown in law and order. So the state, there is no law and order, the state, the Bharatiya Janata Party's main tallest leaders, whether it's in the RSS, Mr. Suresh Soni, whether the late Mr. Sudarshan, whether it's B.B. Sharma, all these people, whether it's Uma Bharti ji, all these people, hand in glove in this whole scam, 75 lakh students have been cheated, forest guards, police constables, medical education, every profession for the past 10 years of Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan's reign, we are doubting every student. And they are saying that they gave it to CBI. They went kicking and screaming and
in addition, 1 second. In addition, I would like to make a point out here. I don't know whether GVL Narasimha Rao was in court, but my reporter was in court. And I'd like to point out to GVL Narasimha Rao,
Arnab,
the Chief Justice.
I was in court. If you will give me an opportunity,
yeah, okay, because GVL Narasimha Rao is selectively quoted some part to say the Madhya Pradesh government has been complimented. No, I'm coming to you, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao,
to speak for 3 minutes uninterrupted.
Mr. Rao,
you did not speak a word.
Mr. Rao,
and every sentence I spoke on this program, you interrupted me at least thrice.
Mr. Rao,
that shows how fair the debate is.
Okay, so the media is very bad. Mr. Rao, we are prejudiced. We are bad people. We are biased
You're
people,
talking
Mr.
nonsense,
Rao.
that's why.
Right, now 1 second. Now point is that in the court...
No, it's my job to place it before the people.
Mr. Rao, okay, Mr. Rao, consider we start with a caveat that Times Now is a bad channel. I am a bad person. We are all prejudiced and biased. But let me tell you, sir, that in the court, the Chief Justice of India,
Arnab,
Chief Justice Dattu said, you know what he said? He said, we will not allow the number of deaths from 36 to 37 to 38. The Chief Justice of India, as far as my information, said today, Gaurav Bhatia,
Correct.
not one more person will die anymore. Am I right? Is that what the court said?
Yes.
Gaurav Bhatia.
Correct. Now, Arnab, I'll just shed some light regarding what transpired in the courtroom, and my endeavor would be to just state it as fairly as possible. Let me first begin by telling the viewers that Mr. Kapil Sibal, who's a very eminent lawyer, argued for some time. And when the court was convinced, at that time, the court asked the learned Attorney General of India, Mr. Mukul Rohatgi, regarding his stand who was appearing for the state. And at that time, Mr. Mukul Rohatgi had stated that he has no objection to a CBI investigation. After that, it was also argued by the petitioners that the probe should be monitored by the Supreme Court, to which the Supreme Court has now issued notice to the CBI and to others, and the matter has been listed on 24th of July when this aspect of Supreme Court monitoring would be considered.
Understood. Now
and
move
the
on.
Honorable Supreme Court has also made it clear that there would be two aspects to the probe. One is the Vyapam scam itself, and second is all the mysterious deaths
Mysterious
that have
murders.
taken place in the last
That's
few
right.
years.
Yes. Did.
So this
No,
is
and-
what transpired.
and-
Now,
Yeah, but
now Mr.
you have-
Narasimha Rao...
No, no.
No, 1 second.
I'm not contradicting
Arnab, can
what
I
you
just
said,
complete my-
but the court had stated very
Arnab,
clearly.
can I just
we
complete
appreciate-
my-
Gaurav, one minute. He's countering you,
challenge
Gaurav, I allow
will
him.
come on
Mr.
your program
Narasimha Rao,
if required tomorrow. The
let me
court
just
has
complete
appreciated
myself.
the stand
Mr.
of the
Narasimha Rao.
government. That's what I want you to acknowledge. You don't go
Mr.
on
Narasimha
campaigning
Rao,
against us.
let
The
me
court
just-
has acknowledged.
Now can I
court
go
has
to-
appreciated.
Has it disturbed you?
So this is
Now,
not
has
something
it
that comes
has it
as,
disturbed you?
as any
I
negative or a
think just
surprise
stating
to
what
us.
happened in the Honorable Supreme Court has disturbed you so much that you're not willing to listen to others. Let me make my point.
No,
Mr. Narasimha
nothing
Rao.
to disturb. We have handed over happily. Let the
Really?
CBI
Why
do
didn't
it.
you hand over happily so far?
You know, 9 days
We would
back,
be
a
extremely
PIL was filed. A PIL was filed 9 days back, and at that
We are
time the
extremely
BJP took a
pleased.
stand that we cannot order a CBI probe because the High Court is monitoring. When you were pushed to
We
the
have
wall,
not ordered
and
even
when you
today.
saw
Even
that now
today
the
we have
Honorable
not ordered
Supreme
a
Court would
CBI probe.
intervene,
We
and
have
it would
only
be a
written to the
major
Honorable
embarrassment
Mr.
to
Rao.
the BJP.
Okay, Mr.
left
Rao.
with no
Mr. Rao.
option.
Mr.
You
Rao.
decided to take this
Mr. Rao,
side.
the question now is,
Let's not-
the question now
please
is,
don't
should
hide
Shivraj Singh
behind a
Chauhan
fig leaf.
resign?
No.
Please don't hide behind a fig leaf of virtue when there is no virtue left.
The question tonight is this. 1 second. Whatever anyone may say, Rajagopalan ji, should Shivraj Singh Chauhan resign? This is an investigation into the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government, into the corruption in the conduct of professional examinations during his tenure as Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh.
Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He need not resign. It is governor who has to resign now.
Why?
It is governor who has to resign, not Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
Why not Shivraj Singh Chauhan?
He was minister from
How absurd
2008
can
to
you get, Mr.
2011.
Rajagopalan?
There is no accusation
Where
against
is
him.
He was
the
Minister
journalist
of Medical
within you, Mr.
Education from
Rajagopalan?
2008 to
Against him now.
2011.
You
So
want
far
to
there is
have
no
double
accusation
standards,
against
Mr.
him.
Rajagopalan? What would
He
apply
has
for the
no
governor
right
of
to
Madhya
now.
Pradesh, the Chief Minister?
It
when
is
she,
at the
Chief
instance of
Minister,
Madhya
has
Pradesh
a
government
larger role
CBI
to
inquiry was
play.
ordered.
It is
It is
not...
against
Mr. Rao, Mr. Rajagopalan, Mr. Rajagopalan,
It has nothing to do with
Mr. Rajagopalan, 1 second, Mr. Rajagopalan, I correct you, 1 second, Gaurav, I correct you there. And I say with all seriousness and complete responsibility, the CBI inquiry was not ordered at the instance of the Madhya Pradesh government, because the date for the hearing of the petition was given before Shivraj Singh Chauhan even opened his mouth about a CBI inquiry. The court gave the date Day before yesterday in the morning, Shivraj Singh Chauhan made his comment in the afternoon. Don't fudge facts.
PA, his
Supreme Court proceedings.
What did Attorney General say in the court?
Education
The matter
Minister.
was mentioned before the Honorable Supreme Court.
Sir, you know.
And then the Supreme Court gave a date for hearing.
Anyway,
The
now.
matter was mentioned before
Okay,
the
whatever.
Honorable Supreme Court.
Whatever. Now there's a.
Monumental incompetence, if not corruption.
Now the fact of the matter is there is a
Sack him
CBI.
for monumental incompetence. For 10 years this Vyapam is going on. Sack him for monumental incompetence.
Mr.
If you don't want to accept
10 years
corruption,
UP
sack him
also
for
had
The
incompetence.
whole
corruption.
country knows who is
10 years
incompetent.
you had
I think this
monumental
adjective only applies to your
Then
leader.
2 people at a time. Gaurav
The
Bhatia.
most incompetent,
Ajoy Kumar and GVL Narasimha Rao.
corrupt
Congress
party,
should not have.
the most
Congress
corrupt
cannot
party
speak
in the
about
world,
corruption, Arnab.
Sack
the
him
most
for
corrupt
incompetence.
government ever in independent India. All this
No,
belongs to you.
you are going to be
I think credit
you
goes
have
to
proved
Rahul
it, Rao
Gandhi
Saab, that you
and
are the
your
most
party
corrupt.
for being the
Rao
most
Saab,
incompetent
in 1 year,
and for
1
being
year,
the most
Chhattisgarh
corrupt.
will start,
These are
Rajasthan
for
will
you.
start,
Your
Chhattisgarh,
leader,
Rajasthan,
you have
and
looted
and
15
private
lakh
Prime
crores
Minister.
directly
Let's
in
talk
mega
about
scams.
let's talk
Your
about
leadership
lakhs
presided
of
over
students to be
Colgate.
cheated.
Your leadership
Focus on
presided over
Vyapam,
2G.
Mr. Rao.
You were responsible for all
you do
corrupt
not-
scandals in
let's
this
not go
country,
into that.
going back to Bofors.
Let's not go
And
into
you
that.
want to
changed
tell
the
us about
geography like
corruption?
Karnataka, so let's not
Shame
go
on
into
you.
that. Mr. Rao, you changed the geography of you changed
keep
the
quiet.
geography.
Go to
That's it,
Karnataka.
now just keep quiet.
Your
You
government
don't know what
is
you're
facing.
talking
What is
about.
Rahul Gandhi doing? Is he getting
Just
a
keep
share of the
quiet.
boot?
Fact, students have been
All
Why
right.
is he allowing corruption in
75
Karnataka?
That's
Why
it.
is this Arkavati
You're
scam?
being a-
Does your
you're
leader
being-
have only
42 lakh
limited view?
people.
No,
Can he not see what's happening in your
All
government?
nonsense.
Is he presiding over all this corruption?
Nonsense.
Mr.
Rajiv Desai. Rajiv Desai. Rajiv Desai.
Absurd.
Okay, the debate. Ajay Kumar, please. Ajay Kumar. I've asked Mr. Rao to stop. I request you to stop.
Arnab.
One panelist has not spoken so far. His name is Rajiv Desai. He comes into the debate right now and can give his point of view. Then the debate continues. Rajiv Desai.
Yeah. Well, it's very simple. It's very unfortunate that they have to defend an indefensible position, number one. Number two, I think there is a general belief that they can ride out this so-called media storm because tomorrow the people will forget. That's how they've treated public opinion. They twisted it, bent it, and came to power. Now they believe they can ride it out, and after 4 years, nothing will happen. I think they're wrong, but we'll have to see. As far as this particular scam is concerned, it's very dangerous because deaths are involved. It's almost like The Godfather. People are dying like flies. And for Mr. Rao to sit here and pontificate about everybody else, I don't blame him. It's a sad job he has to do, but somebody's got to do it. And so, Mr. Rao, I hold you no ill will. But please don't try and understand what people are saying. It's not that this panel has ganged up against you. It is, I think, that the people in general are turning against you. And you will find that out. You think that, it's 4 more years. By that time, everything will be forgotten. Nothing will happen. No, these things stay. Yes, it's your floor, Mr. Rao. Say it. Go ahead with your lies.
Can I respond?
Go ahead, Mr. Rao.
Yeah, for 10 years you targeted.
I give you my
Gujarat
floor.
Chief Minister. What happened? People have rejected your campaign.
Don't
every
tell
time.
me. Don't tell me.
That's
Don't
what
tell
you've
me.
been doing
Don't say you.
in
Don't say you.
Last 10
Don't
years.
say
You've been
I
attacking
am-
the Chief Minister
You
because
don't even
he's
know
popular.
anything.
He's
I am
biting
from
you to
Gujarat,
dust every
Mr. Rao.
time.
I am from Gujarat. And I have the right to say anything I want.
Arnab,
about
please
Gujarat.
tell them to keep
I have the
quiet.
right to say
I
Mr.
listened
Rao
to
about
all
Gujarat.
that they
I am
said.
from Gujarat.
All right,
I think
Mr.
it's
Desai.
only basic courtesy.
Mr. Desai,
This is what I
you
say.
gave
You're
him
all
the
ganging
floor.
up.
Mr.
I won't
Desai,
allow
you
you
gave
to
him
gang
the
up.
floor.
You
Let
can
him
do the
speak.
debate without us. Please tell them to keep quiet.
Mr. Rao.
Please tell them to keep quiet.
Mr. Rao.
Let me have my say.
Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, you have had more say than the others. Please don't.
Man, you cannot. You have been ganging up like this. You've been targeting my popular leaders. You've been targeting Shivraj Singh Chauhan because you cannot win even a panchayat election. Your Digvijay Singh is condemned He's condemned to electoral dustbin in Madhya Pradesh. There is no way you can rise in Madhya Pradesh. So easiest way is to target him politically, target him personally. All your lies about Shivraj Singh Chauhan have been nailed. Your party has no shame. Congress party has no shame. I think this is the height of stupidity.
Stick with the issue.
Every allegation you made against CM, your Digvijay Singh has been alleged to have done forgery.
You are going to...
You win election.
Forgery, fraud. What else will you resort to?
You're going to have a major...
What else will you resort to?
Watch out.
No, you can gang up in TV studios. You can gang up in TV debates.
Lies and shouting.
You can silence me in TV debates. You cannot silence us in the popular area. The people of Madhya Pradesh have rejected you repeatedly. You are only ganging up in TV debates. This is not going to hurt us.
Condemn the rest of the country.
Inconsequential.
There is a scam in Madhya Pradesh. 75 lakh children have been cheated.
How many lessons do you need? How many lessons do you need in Madhya Pradesh?
Remove them. Either he's corrupt or incompetent.
Condemned to electoral
Either or incompetent.
You have lost
either way you have to remove him.
Mr. Rao.
By polls.
Mr. Rao and Ajoy Kumar.
You have lost 3
Mr. Rao and Ajoy Kumar. Mr. Rao and Ajoy Kumar. Mr. Rao and Ajoy Kumar.
Amoral.
Mr. Rao and Ajay Kumar, Atul Kumar, Anjan, welcome to the debate. Please, no, gentlemen. Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, 1 minute. See, make a very clear point tonight on the news hour. Nobody is ganging up against anybody. But the truth is coming out. Now, Mr. Rao, for 1 week and more and counting, and for months and years before that, people have been killed, people have died. Hundreds of thousands of students, their careers and lives have been ruined by corrupt politicians. I say, Mr. Rao, I'll tell you about the Chief Minister too. If you please show me the courtesy of listening to me for just a minute, sir. I'm saying tonight with all responsibility. You call Times Now names, I have no problem, Mr. Rao. 1 minute. But I say the corrupt have ganged against the meritorious. The dishonest have ganged up against the honest. Right?
You want to be seen
and a whole generation of students and young people have been persecuted by the corrupt and the nepotistic tonight, Mr. Rao. And my question to you is very simple, sir. The question therefore comes...
It is the Chief Minister who has really exposed this.
Mr. Chief Minister.
I'll tell you about the Chief... exposed this.
Sir,
and you want to blame him for this?
I'll tell. Now, you know, Mr. Rao, short of...
He's the one who exposed it. He's the one who
Gaurav Bhatia.
Embarrassing yourself.
Gaurav Bhatia, 1 second. Gaurav Bhatia, I'll speak one sentence and I'll leave it among you. I just want to say this about Shivraj Singh Chauhan. About Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
Yeah.
Now, just give me 30 seconds. Shorn of rhetoric, devoid of anger, stripped of aggression. Mr. Rao, understand two things. This investigation is an investigation into the conduct of examinations that were held during Shivraj Singh Chauhan's tenure as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh when he was a medical education minister between the years 2008 and 2012. It's an investigation that occurred in the relation to the scams that unfolded during his tenure. Mr. Again, you are being impatient with me. Mr. Rao, Mr. Rao, the probe
from 2001.
Mr. Rao,
can I come?
Okay, Mr. Rao, I'll say, Mr. Rao, Gaurav Bhatia countering you. I'll say 1 point. I'll say 1 point. Gaurav Bhatia countering you. I'll say 1 point. 1 point. Mr. Rao,
Gaurav Bhatia knows nothing about this.
Okay, nobody knows anything.
These cases began in 2001.
Okay,
the only man who knows everything about the scam is the BJP and Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
Mr. Rao?
You are right, Mr. Narasimha Rao. The only man who knows everything about deaths, about the scam is Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And that is why he should be probed. The private secretary of Shivraj Singh Chauhan gets an anticipatory bail because you do not oppose it. You do not even investigate the role of Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
You know nothing about it. You know nothing about it. You better keep quiet.
The most unfortunate
Get your facts right.
Mr. Narasimha Rao,
no private secretary
don't interrupt me. If you have any armory left, be quiet and first listen to me and then respond after that. My point is only this, that there was a person
No, but I won't allow you to gang up.
Who's ganging up?
You can't shout me
today,
down.
where is that man? The entire nation wants to hear from Mr. Narendra Modi, who's proving to be a modern-day avatar of Dhritarashtra. He is shutting his eyes to corruption that is taking place under his nose by the Chief Minister. And you are saying
for
that we gang up.
Duryodhana, you cannot find any other examples. You cannot find any other names.
Again, you are interrupting me. I think it only reflects your insecurity,
I think you have no shame, Gaurav.
I'm saying
Your neta was blackmailed every day.
People like
he's responsible for
disproportionate
cases.
He will gang
You want to tell us that you have your...
be ashamed.
You want to tell the country that you're clean?
Do you know
what is your image? The whole country knows.
Ordered a CBI
I think you can't hide behind
your concession.
Okay.
The kind of filth that you have collected in your party.
So you are trying to...
You are a filthy
I have a question. One second. Just a minute. Gentlemen, 1 minute.
Tell me about all the clear
you are truly fighting
Mr.
corruption.
Rao.
Then start Shivraj Singh Chauhan immediately.
Mr. Rao, I have some... One second. There is an aspect of moral accountability.
You are pretending to fight corruption.
Gaurav.
And you are actually part of corruption.
Gaurav, as I include Atul Kumar Anjan, who's waiting for a long time into this debate, and GVL has to go because Nalin Kohli is replacing him, I have one question which I want to ask Atul Kumar Anjan. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao can respond, and then we'll swap the BJP spokespersons as planned earlier. But my question right now is this, and Mr. Rao, you see, nobody is ganging up against anybody. You didn't gang up, Mr. Rao.
And you have added one more.
Mr. Rao, listen to me. Mr. Rao, listen to me.
What is Atul Anjan?
Dheerya.
Be a neutral man on the panel.
Mr. Rao.
Collected seven people.
Why would it be?
Mr. Rao, listen to me. Mr. Rao, listen to me. Listen to me.
Abusing BJP. You get them on the panel and you want to have a fair debate.
No, Mr. Rao.
I think the people...
Okay, 1 second, gentlemen. Everyone stop, please. I'm asking a question here. We stay focused on we are discussing. Mr. Rao, 1 minute. Mr. Rao, 1 minute. 1 second. Everyone stop for a minute. 1 second. No, 1 second. No, 1 second. It's a very relevant question. My question is simple. Viewers, please hear. There's a person called Pawan Kumar Bansal. The entire opposition, led by the Bharatiya Janata Party, demanded his resignation because of corruption in the railway board. Was the BJP ganging up against the Congress then? You asked for Manmohan Singh's resignation. No, 1 second. Please listen to me.
Again, we have only people with us. We know we don't have the media with us.
Mr. Rao, the media, you are under a mistake. Mr. Rao, you are right. Mr. Rao, attack the media. Mr. Rao,
we depend on the support of the people.
Mr. Rao, attack the media. Whip the media, flog the media, beat the media. We will bear it. We will wear it like a badge on our, like a badge of honor for us. Mr. Rao, you are right. Mr. Rao, see, you are right. We are not with you. We are not with anyone. Now my question is,
do you expect them to be fair? Why is not a Shiv Sena spokesperson?
You're not even answering a single spokesperson.
Why don't you invite Akali Dal on this panel? Why don't you
because they don't want to be seen to be supporting you, sir.
Because you want BJP to be represented by one. And you want to get 10 people to abuse us every day? Is that a game plan?
Mr. Rao.
Can the people not see through this?
Mr. Rao, the Supreme Court has decided.
No,
now,
you get 9 people opposing us, whose views are known, who cannot sleep without abusing BJP, and you want to call this a fair debate. And
Mr. Rao, you can't continue like this. The question is simple for you, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, I have noticed today that on all panels you've gone around panning the media. I can understand your frustration, but my question to you is, you repeatedly asked for Manmohan Singh's resignation because the coal scam happened, and you led an opposition assault, and the media felt the BJP's position was right during his tenure as coal minister. How come you don't have the same accountability for what happened during Shivraj Singh's tenure?
Because he took all decisions.
And who took the decisions for inaction? And who decided not to act?
No, tell me one decision. Tell me one decision.
Great question. I'll tell you. Great question. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, Mr. Rao.
Colgate. Manmohan has signed all the files.
Did 45 people... Mr. Rao, you're not listening.
He has received the summons.
Did 45 people die during Colgate?
Mr. Chauhan has not made any decision on a file which would benefit anybody. Can't you see the difference?
Mr. Rao, his own... Now, Mr. Rao, you know what? Just give me a second. I'll just tell you 3 things. And I'm telling you, shorn of any of this anger. The point is, his own former personal secretary's role is under scrutiny in this scam. 45 people have died in this scam. And he orders a probe in 2009, but the irregularities continue till 2013. You realize that? A probe is ordered in 2009, the scam continues till 2013. Who was Chief Minister then, sir? Who was ganging up against whom? How many people were killed? How many students lost their careers? How many young people's lives were ruined?
There was no attempt to.
No attempt to. Now, I tell you the facts now again. Atul Kumar Anjan.
All those cases were registered.
No action, sir. We know the facts.
Cases were registered.
Sir, the Supreme Court hasn't gone into this case for nothing. Atul Kumar Anjan. Atul Kumar Anjan countering it.
Benefit to anyone.
Atul Kumar Anjan.
None.
Atul Kumar Anjan. Now we are going to Nalin Kohli, GVL Narasimha Rao. Thank you very much.
Mr. Arnab,
Nalin Kohli, filling in for GVL Narasimha Rao.
You have raised many questions.
Yeah.
You have raised many questions. You have raised many questions. Mr. Rao, will you listen to me?
Nalin Kohli is now from the BJP. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Arnab, you have raised many questions. I understand Mr. Rao's agony, pain, and the trauma which he is facing today. The biggest blow on the Bharatiya Janata Party and Prime Minister Narendra Modi and its Sushashan got from the Supreme Court today. This, I don't know. I just want to remind you, such type of, you see, decisions were against the Jayalalitha. She stepped down. Again, she has come out. The High Court has given him clean chit and all that. Why don't you ask? You are a majority in the Madhya Pradesh Assembly. Shivraj was a chief minister for 10 years. Your Prakash, your Jha, Prabhat Jha, who is the state BJP, he was the state BJP president, has been shunted off from the Madhya Pradesh to Delhi, and your central minister Uma Bharti is there. Why don't you ask Shivraj to step down? And if Shivraj says that Raja and Ranis are against him, so give a common lady, Uma Bharti, a chance to become the chief minister. You step down, or you make Prabhat Jha. If you are not against the upper caste, then you wait for the judgment. Now the CBI is taking up the issue. Supreme Court will monitor, or everything will be there. And if you come out with the flying colors, you can again join it, but not. You see one thing, and I want to tell you,
Nalin Kohli will
to the Congress people also, that you are making, correct, you are making certain points you are making, but you must also understand what sort of people you have made governor like Ram Naresh Yadav. You see the politics of today.
Yes.
A governor died in this Vyapam case.
That's right.
Atul Kumar Anjan, you are right.
Holding the post, he's not resigning. I think that's the point. I just want to tell you, the Congress must apologize. Congress must apologize for making such type people governor, and same type of people now have been made governors in different places by BJP. Whether this position, this August position, this August post, this governor post should continue in our democracy or not, it has also raised many questions.
The question therefore is,
Ram Naresh
the question therefore is, and I'm glad there is focus right now on the debate. One second.
To continue over there.
Now for the viewers who don't know, and I'm glad there is focus on the debate tonight. The focus now will be on the Chief Minister, whether he should resign, and the Governor, whether he should resign. Nalin Kohli, how does it feel today to have accused number 10 as the governor of the state in which the biggest scam has happened? Accused number 10 in the Vyapam scam is the governor. 1 second. He is accused of recommending the names of 5 candidates for recruitment as forest guards to top officials of the Madhya Pradesh Professional Examination Board, constitutional occupant or not, the fact is he has allegations of extending illegal favors for a price which is outright corruption. Now, Mr. Kohli, the question is corruption on the one side and na khayenge, na khane denge, na khaunga, na khane dunga on the other side. Now गवर्नर के खिलाफ चार्ज है कि उन्होंने खाया और खाने दिया. ना प्रधानमंत्री कुछ कर रहे हैं, ना कोई और कुछ कर रहा है. तो what happened to the BJP? Mr. Kohli, please answer.
When next time someone speaks, Mr. Goswami, I'll just take out the picture.
That's all right, Mr. Kohli. We've had the attacks on the media earlier. Go on, answer the question.
No.
Answer the question, sir.
Where I think Times Now itself was raising questions of why is the centre trying to remove the governor. You can't have it both ways.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, Mr. Kohli, the question is about a Vyapam scam accused governor. Be very clear about it. My question to you is about a governor accused of corruption. Why are you protecting a governor accused of corruption? Let him answer. Let him answer. Let him answer. Let him answer. Let him answer, gentlemen. Let him answer.
He's certainly not adding any glory to that high office. And what has to be will be seen. With regard to his resigning, that is an option that he should be considering. With regard to the Congress party protesting for his removal, I think the Congress party is trying to wash his hands off the dirty issue that they have on their hands. Because after all, he wasn't appointed for his proximity to the BJP. It was appointed for his proximity to the Gandhi family. Because nobody could have been made governor under the Congress UPA without having a direct link to the Nehru Gandhi family. So therefore, that's one part. Second is what Mr. Atul Anjan was saying.
Don't talk nonsense.
That was a little amusing to find. Because, you know, Mr. Atul Anjan's party is talking about popular mandate and deciding who should be the chief minister of the BJP. They are entitled to go to the people, try to put across their ideology, even though it is very irrelevant in the world today. Hardly any country follows it. And the people can decide, and then they can choose who they want to be.
You
didn't
answer my question.
Certainly they don't expect the BJP
what you are talking, Nalin Kohli? Half of the world is under the red flag. Half of the world is under the red flag. You don't know.
I heard you made 20 comments that I did not. I wouldn't have expected from you normally.
All right, 1 second. Two people at a time.
China. What is the Cuba? What is the South Africa?
Okay, it's not about communism, please.
Before saying anything against the
Ajoy Kumar,
Your party flag is only in this country.
Experiment called the UPA, which contributed to disaster after disaster in India.
Hitlerism.
So therefore, Hitler,
Nothing
I'll tell you, Hitler doesn't come from any Indian philosophy. It comes from Germany, and even the Germans have left it behind. Fascism comes from Italy, and Maoism, all this comes from ideology that even Russia
we're going. I am asking a question right now to bring the focus back to the debate and not allow either side to obfuscate. My question to Nalin Kohli, only me and Nalin Kohli on the screen, please. Only me and Nalin Kohli on the screen, please. एक मिनट कोई पर्सनल बात के कोई मतलब नहीं है.
अरे गोलवालकर जी.
अच्छा, 1 second, Mr. Kohli. Yesterday you were happy discussing Lalu, but I was happy discussing Vyapam. Today you are happy discussing communism, but I still want to discuss Vyapam. Now, Mr. Kohli.
No, I'm only showing him the minute.
Now, that's all right.
Yes, please.
That's all right, Mr. Kohli. I repeat my question, and the question is relevant tonight. That in 2010, in a case called BP Singhal versus Union of India, the Supreme Court held that governors can be removed for valid and compelling reasons. One of the very compelling reasons was A, physical or mental disability, B, behavior unbecoming of a governor, but the most important reason was corruption.
Yes.
Right? Now there you have a governor who's accused of corruption. There is no more fit case for his sacking. A man accused of corruption in the Vyapam scam has got the protection of the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is the issue, Ajoy Kumar, tonight. That is the issue. Remember one thing. He is an accused. He's an accused.
Not at all.
He's an accused in an FIR in India's biggest corruption scam. I want to know from the BJP tonight. I want to know from the BJP tonight why you have protected him. Because you know you remove him, the man could be arrested. Why have you protected him?
We are not protecting him.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
If he's showing some corruption, so therefore...
Some corruption,
not at all, Mr. Goswami.
some corruption, the FIR... Mr. Kohli, one sec. Mr. Kohli, one more point.
Notice.
No, one sec.
Today, the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court has given a notice, issued a notice, and therefore, what is to happen, the government will decide. Certainly, now the BJP does not function like the Congress, and every farman goes from a house in Delhi, which has nothing to do with the government.
You don't want him to speak.
Yes, Ajay Kumar.
Is that your bone of contention, that the others who are doing corruption should stay on, and the one now that we found corruption against, no action should be taken? Is that what you are saying?
Because he would reveal what are the issues. That is why you wanted to protect
then you didn't even have the basic check of who you are appointing on governor's positions.
Even if you appoint
and one governor has given advice to Rahul Gandhi.
Along with him,
his name is H.R. Bhardwaj. I hope you know who Mr. H.R. Bhardwaj is, Mr. Ajoy Kumar.
So it doesn't matter who appointed. What about you guys? You're protecting him.
Is very ill-prepared in Rajasthan. Therefore, if governors are so critical, why don't you take governor the advice of one of your former law ministers?
You transferred Sheila Dixit. You transferred
I hope you know who Mr. H.R. Bhardwaj is.
On a corruption issue, you can't transfer him. Why do you not transfer him? Because you're stating...
Gentlemen, 1 second, please.
No,
Mr. Ajay Kumar,
that FIR was registered 3 years back.
That's a case without substance.
Okay, question number 2. Question number 2.
Not at all to the BJP.
Question number 2.
We didn't appoint him. What is to be, the government will decide.
Question number 2.
Not going to run on a farmer's party as you ran the government. There's a big difference.
Brought them into your scam.
Permit us not
okay,
to
Nalin Kohli, question number 2. Nalin Kohli, Mr. Kohli, 1 second.
You continue to protect Ram Naresh Yadav.
Ajay, question number 2. Question number 2 on the Newshour tonight again goes to the BJP. So the BJP never gets an opportunity to say we are neither asked questions nor are we allowed to speak. I am asking you questions. I want you to speak, but I want you to speak on the question. Now, Mr. Kohli, this FIR against him is not about petty criminality. Okay, this entails allegations under the IT Act and the Prevention of Corruption Act, which for your kind information includes, shockingly, Section 420 of the Indian Penal Code, which also includes, and I quote, cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of property. Now, Mr. Kohli, that is a huge charge. I want to know from the Bharatiya Janata Party government, which came to power saying, na khayenge na khane denge, कि गवर्नर के खिलाफ 420 का चार्ज लग गया और आप कुछ नहीं कर रहे, उनको बचा रहे हैं. एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग,
ना बोलेंगे,
नहीं, लेट हिम आंसर. ना बोलेंगे, नहीं बोलेंगे अभी. आई वांट हिम टू से व्हाई ही इज प्रोटेक्टिंग द गवर्नर. या
मैं बोल रहा हूँ,
बोलिए.
मैं थोड़ी ना पिछले प्रधानमंत्री हूँ जिसकी बोलती बंद कर दी.
मोदी जी नहीं बोल रहे हैं,
बोलने के लिए
नलिन जी, मोदी जी नहीं बोल रहे हैं. मैं तो मोदी जी के बारे में बोल रहा था.
अरे क्यों आप चिंतित हो रहे हैं? राहुल गांधी जी विदेश से लौट गए ना, तो आज मीडिया के सामने बोल दिया ना, मैं छुट्टी मना के आया हूँ. और मोदी जी के वाक्यों को यूज करें तो उसका मतलब है स्क्रिप्ट वाले भी खत्म हो गए. आपके बधाई हो, आ गए हैं. 10 दिन उनको धूप में खड़े होने दीजिए. 20 दिन फिर छुट्टी के लिए फिर चले जाएंगे.
अच्छा, anyway, my question is different.
That Mr. Gandhi does not spend more than 182 days abroad. Otherwise, he'll be a non-resident Congress leader. But that is for you to decide.
Vasco da Gama, Mr. Nalin Kohli.
Really? Vasco da Gama? Who said that?
Yeah,
I mean, basically, are you saying that he's on an imperial right? Look, this kind of thinking can only come from imperialists.
Come to the point, gentlemen. Come to the point, gentlemen.
Let's come to the question.
Come to the point, gentlemen.
Discussion.
On Mr. Yadav.
Yeah.
On Mr. Yadav, being a governor, he has constitutional immunity. The FIR did not sustain. The matter came to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's issued notice. I'm prone to believe that this is moving in the right direction as it should move.
No answer.
But
that's not an answer. Sorry. Dodging. You're dodging tonight.
No, when the FIR was not upheld by... No, how am I dodging?
You're dodging. I'll tell you why you're dodging. Okay. No, you're dodging. Gaurav Bhatia. No, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Nalin Kohli said, how can you say I'm dodging? Now, Gaurav Bhatia is going to come in. 1 second. Gaurav, but before you come in, Nalin Kohli says to me tonight, how do you say I'm dodging? My problem is that I have a better memory than Nalin Kohli.
I will.
No, 1 second. I have a better memory than Nalin Kohli of recent political events. Sometimes he does. Sometimes Nalin Kohli has selective amnesia.
And are you giving certificates for the two of us?
Sometimes Nalin Kohli has selective amnesia, which is the mark of a good politician but of a bad lawyer.
I don't have selective amnesia.
Anyway, no, Mr. Kohli. In August 2013, Mr. Kohli, you know very well about Delhi politics. So
comment about you as an anchor.
This is all right, Mr. Kohli. Now the question is about what happened in Delhi in 2014. In 2014, a party called the Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi says, immediately remove Sheila Dikshit as the governor. She cannot be there. She has to be removed as the governor of Kerala. She cannot be there for even 1 more hour because she has indulged in corruption. We are a corruption-free, anti-corruption party. Remove Sheila Dikshit as governor. Today, the same BJP is defending retaining a governor of another state who has been named, let me complete, in an FIR by the STF.
BJP, as long as it's BJP, RSS guys involved in corruption.
I just wish to add to that.
Okay,
As
Gaurav.
long as you are from the BJP and RSS, if you are corrupt, you'll be protected.
Now,
Gaurav will speak, Nalin will respond.
I mean, that's what.
Can I just make my point?
Go ahead, Gaurav. Gaurav.
The only people who protected corruption in this country were Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and her
Nalin, hear me out.
You wouldn't have why are you bringing the RSS into
I
this?
expect that from you.
No, where is the RSS involved? It's not even a political organization.
Can I just... Nalinji, can I make my point, please?
No, please go ahead, Gaurav.
I request you. Yeah.
Please, you must. Why shouldn't you?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, Nalinji, right now there are indications of involvement of the Chief Minister also. You are aware of his private secretary's involvement. Mining Baron Sudhir Sharma is still scot-free. You are aware that STF was sitting over the probe for 13 months. And we also now know that Namrata Damor, an innocent girl, was killed. And the first post-mortem report that revealed that it was a homicidal death was actually not disclosed, and it was replaced by a fake second post-mortem report. Do you not think that for any person who holds such a constitutional office, he should just resign so that his role can also be probed? If he comes clean, the Chief Minister's chair is not running away anywhere. He can again be appointed Chief Minister. But for the sake of propriety and probity, for the sake that the people of Madhya Pradesh have faith in their Chief Minister, don't you think these are reason enough for the Chief Minister to resign and to come clean, like once your leader Lal Krishna Advani did?
That's
or
right.
you have forgotten the path of dharma that Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Mr. Lal Krishna Advani used to talk about.
Okay.
And that, I think, is very unfortunate.
First, Gaurav Bhai, I must admit that you didn't do your homework. Mr. Sudhir Sharma is in jail. He's not running scot-free.
You can help me out with it.
Updated on your information.
The only person who has done a lot of homework are the mafias operating in Madhya Pradesh who are killing people every day.
Now
They have
you're getting
done their
rhetorical
homework.
because I've exposed the
actually-
chink in your argument.
I agree to
So
your
1 minute, let's keep the rhetoric, otherwise I'll remind you about how Uttar Pradesh is focused
Sudhir
on
Sharma was
buffaloes.
running
Either finding them or letting them loose from trucks.
Okay, no, question is, was Sudhir Sharma, sorry, Nalin Kohli, Nalin Kohli,
Standards you are speaking.
Nalin Kohli was Sudhir Sharma, Mr. Nalin Kohli.
Because by that standard they can't show their face in India. I mean, therefore, why are people in jail? Because Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan wants a clear,
Allow Nalin to reply. Nalin is replying.
He's not protecting anybody as the Manmohan Singh government did, or as Mulayam Singh Yadav's government does, when people are burnt in police stations or they are raped freely. So therefore, this is a different model. The BJP can't take lessons from you. I beg to differ.
Governing to the people.
Mr. Nalin Kohli.
There has been no scam in UP.
Mr. Nalin Kohli, I want to ask you another question here.
UP model
No scam.
in Madhya Pradesh.
Mr. Kohli.
Scam in UP.
Mr. Kohli,
the
okay.
Scam is that people in
Mr.
UP
Kohli.
don't feel safe.
Mr. Kohli. Mr. Kohli.
47
Mr. Kohli.
innocent people killed in Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, Gaurav,
Not serious business laws are being
Gaurav, 5 minutes on the debate. No, 1 second.
A person has been burnt alive in a police station, and you are talking about virtues, about governance from Uttar Pradesh.
On your channel.
Come on, have some shame, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. That's in the police station.
a person, a whistleblower
71
was
journalists are
attacked
killed in
14
Uttar Pradesh,
times
Arnab.
and in front of his security
Yeah,
guard.
the governor
That
of
is how
Uttar
serious
Pradesh
it
is
has
also
come, Mr.
using
Lalit.
Surely that's not a
for
model
the-
you would encourage
All
anywhere in the world.
Have a threat to their life, and you say the chief minister should not resign.
Okay.
I think without even for a second, he shouldn't wait and
Okay,
resign.
gentlemen.
And Mr. Narendra Modi, who spoke about actually eradicating corruption, should ensure that Mr. Shivraj
Where,
Chauhan
Mr.
resigns.
Bhatia, we are returning again and again. See, I've come to this conclusion that if people don't take Narendra Modi ji's name, they perhaps feel that nobody would take them seriously. That Mr. Rahul Gandhi in
Who was
any
your
case
prime
nowadays does it
ministerial
daily.
candidate?
I'm
I
happy
think
to note that
Mr.
you're also thinking
Narendra
on the same
Modi
lines.
went all over the country saying, "Na khaunga, na khane dunga." Aaj he is behaving like a
So show me
Dhritarashtra
one
of
single
modern
case.
India. He's not
Show me
speaking
one
his
single
such a
case.
line.
Is
Why
there
shouldn't
any
we
allegation
question?
against the
We
central
will
government?
question.
Did we
Because
not
it was
auction
not any
2G
other
and
leader.
3
It
the
was your
spectrum
prime
and
minister.
coal blocks
Listen,
for more
tell
than
me-
3 lakh
tell me
crores?
one thing.
Where is that money going to the
No,
treasury
no,
of the
tell me
state
one
and the
thing.
center?
Nalin,
कहाँ किसी के घर की
Nalin,
तिजोरी
one
में तो
thing.
जा नहीं रही है. So Mr.
Nalin,
Gaurav
one thing.
Bhatia, if you have
What
anything
happened to Modi
substantive based on any evidence,
what happened
we
to
can
Lalit?
certainly talk.
Lalit
Otherwise,
को
as an
खिलाया?
allegation, anything can be
तुमने
said.
ललित का पद्मश्री के लिए नाम दिया, भ्रष्टाचारियों को आगे बढ़ाने का
नरेंद्र
काम
मोदी
आपने
जी
किया।
अरे ललित मोदी जी
वसुंधरा
को
राजे की
पद्मश्री
सरकार
मिली नहीं।
और
दूसरी बात है, हमने
सुषमा
नहीं दिया और
स्वराज ने
सेकंड
मिल
क्या है?
करके लुटवा दिया देश को।
आप तो आरोप
भगवा
लगा रहे
दिया
हैं
उसको
क्योंकि
जेल,
आपकी
बाहर
मैंने
देश से।
बहुत
आज आप बड़ी भारी राजनीति कर रहे हैं, आदर्शों
मैंने
की
आपके
बात कर
सामने
रहे हैं।
कुछ तर्क आपकी सोच
नहीं,
विचारधारा पे
आप-
किया तो आप हिल
देखिए,
गए
this is a
हैं।
matter-
तो अब आप
matter of
डिबेट को
concern.
बढ़ाना चाहते हैं पर उसमें भी चर्चा करेंगे हम। CPIs and all the extremist
नहीं हिल नहीं गए। आपका क्या विचारधारा? आप अपने घर में जाके पढ़िए। अरे अभी आप पढ़िए, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक सलाम की सोच है, देश की सामाजिक एकता को तोड़ने की सोच है।
Okay, one second, gentlemen.
की सोच लेकर आप देश को
नलिन कोहली जी,
innocent लोगों को उठाया जाता है
आप
गांव
तो
से,
अडानी के साथ
पीटा
घूम रहे
जाता है,
हैं।
मारा
आप तो
जाता
देश
है,
के
बच्चों को माओइस्ट
को
मूवमेंट में
लेकर के
खींचा जाता है।
लुटवा रहे हैं
आप
देश की
यहाँ
दौलत।
बैठ के ज्ञान
आप
बांट
क्या
रहे
बात कर रहे हैं?
मतलब मुझे
बड़े
लगता है
मुश्किल
जब
से
आपको
आज
मृतकों की
आपके
चिंता
प्रतीक
होती है
कौन
तो वो माओइस्ट
आपकी
को बंद
विचारधारा
कराइए।
के प्रतीक है
आपकी की सोच से
वसुंधरा
तो
राजे
माओइज्म
सिंधिया।
चलती है।
आपकी
अगर
विचारधारा
लेफ्ट
के
फ्रंट की
प्रतीक
थिंकिंग
कौन
ही नहीं
है?
होती
ये
तो
शिवराज
माओइज्म
सिंह।
होता
आपकी
नहीं।
विचारधारा
और
के
लेफ्ट फ्रंट
प्रतीक
को
कौन
दुनिया
है?
लेफ्ट
Okay, 1 second, 5 minutes into the debate. Mr. Anjan, calm down. This is not a discussion on communism, please. Mr. Anjan, I cannot handle the debate with 5 screens and 5 people speaking, please.
आपके आर्गुमेंट्स हो रहे हैं।
Mr. Anjan, I request you, and my question is again to Nalin
आप नरेंद्र
Kohli.
मोदी जी, आप राहुल गांधी जी,
My question is to Nalin
सारे जो है
Kohli.
आपको लगता है कि जब तक
Nalin Kohli.
नाम नहीं लेंगे,
Nalin Kohli, please. Nalin Kohli, others please off. Nalin Kohli. Nalin Kohli.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nalin Kohli, I won't ask you today about what you did earlier, because it will embarrass you. I don't want to go into the fact that Rajnath demanded the resignation of the entire UPA government because of the 2G scam. I won't ask you that you demanded Chidambaram's resignation after a court
No, but it
at
was
one
a correct
point of time.
demand
No,
because
but-
UPA, the 2G scam
Yeah,
was a real scam.
Yeah, so this is also a very
And which
real
the court
scam. By the
also
Mr. Vyapam is the most real scam. In fact, it is a dangerous
being
scam.
investigated. When the
In
investigation
2011,
report
no,
comes,
Mr. Kohli,
whoever
now,
is
Mr. Kohli,
responsible will pay the
Mr.
price.
Kohli, I'm saying something. Please hear me. Mr. Kohli, I will not ask you today that in 2011 you said Chidambaram should resign after a court held that officials of the finance ministry and others could be summoned in the 2G case if the petitioner can explain the relevance of the testimony. For something like that, you said Chidambaram should resign. And then in 2012, you said Chidambaram should resign after the court left, Supreme Court
He was
left it
part
to
of
the
the
lower
2G
court.
decision also,
Sir, allow me.
if I
I'm only explaining precedent, sir.
I'm only pointing.
I'm only
also
explaining
adding a
precedent
fact.
so viewers understand tonight.
No comment.
In 2012, your party said Chidambaram should resign in 24 hours because the Supreme Court left it to the lower court to decide on his role in the 2G spectrum allocation case. You should resign. In 2014, just days before the BJP got a historical election mandate, Arun Jaitley wrote in his blog that the inability to stand up and prevent the 2G spectrum scam, take a position on the coal block allocations, the Commonwealth Games scam, gave to the UPA an image that it had completely compromised on probity. So remember the words that Arun Jaitley used. Gave
Absolutely,
to the
and each one of those
sir,
things
please,
you mentioned
one
were
sec.
real scams where the
I
courts
remind
have
you.
pointed out
I remind you today.
complicity of the government clearly.
Sir, 1 minute. You know what happened? The Congress said what you are saying now. The Congress was not caring about public perception. The Congress made this hard-nosed legal argument and defended itself. And in fact, Devendra Fadnavis at one point of time demanded the resignation of Ajit Pawar to facilitate an impartial probe into the financial irregularities in irrigation projects during his tenure as Water Resources Minister. I don't know if anything came of that. Actually, nothing did. Now, Mr. Rao, I will not ask you all that.
In filing cases?
I'll not ask you all that.
No, I'm
not asking you all that. I'm asking you something else. I'm asking you about propriety and moral grounds. If a chief minister, Mr. Kohli, cannot prevent a scam of this magnitude, he orders a probe in 2009, irregularities continue for 4 years. If a chief minister fails to prevent the deaths of 45 people in relation to the scam, a chief minister who within his own government, Mr. Kohli, people like Lakshmikant Sharma arrested in connection with the scam, and his own former personal secretary's role is under scrutiny. Is under scrutiny in the scam. Mr. Rao, I just phrase the question now. In this context, the question today to you is propriety irrelevant? On propriety, everybody will say. But if you say propriety is irrelevant, I want to hear you say it. That's my only question to you tonight.
Well,
yes.
I said, no, I have never said that.
Yeah.
Propriety is critical. It's not irrelevant by any standards. And if there was no propriety, neither would there have been an impartial probe, nor would Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
There hasn't been an impartial probe, sir. That's the point I made.
Ensuring they go. Well, I mean, then you are entitled to pass a comment on the High Court.
Not a comment. No, there hasn't been. If there was an impartial probe, there wouldn't be a CBI probe today. Ajay Kumar countering you now. Ajay Kumar.
No, hold on.
Ajay Kumar.
A CBI probe wouldn't have happened either if
Ajay Kumar.
the government of Madhya Pradesh hadn't said it.
Ajay Kumar.
3 months ago, wasn't the Congress actually asked? The Congress couldn't have Mr. Digvijay Singh's petition didn't stand in the Supreme Court.
3,200 people
Why did it not stand?
2,800 students
Because
and parents.
the Supreme Court felt it is going well. It is only when Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan's government said on record, we wanted, and this is what the Chief Justice of India and his brother judges in court number 1 have appreciated in their order.
How is it proper?
So let's talk on facts. Perception, if it is devoid of facts, is perception of no value. Perception founded on facts is perception of value.
3,200 people, it's only students and parents who have arrested. Where is the mafia? The STF head.
No, you are mistaken. You have not done homework. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry. The Times of India did a report on this 3 days ago. It may have missed you. Google it, you'll find it. That figure, what you're quoting and your
gentlemen,
them are completely off the report.
I think we are.
You believe that Times of India didn't do its homework?
I think the court has intervened. Thank God for that. In the case of Sushma and Vasundhara, the BJP didn't act. In this case, they didn't have a choice. Let them not say they called it upon themselves. Probity matters, credibility matters, and Mr. Nalin Kohli eventually in the court of public opinion, perception matters, faith matters, and that is something I leave to the viewers tonight. Thank you for joining us on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight. Debate number 2 is coming up on the other side.